Yeah. Oh. Hi. What I'm doing is I've decided that I'll just do a few card pulls because I can. I'm here on a Sunday afternoon, not at the Body Mind Psychic Expo as I was going to be this weekend. And here we are, and I've just got Tracy saying hello. Good afternoon. It's lovely to have you here. Now, I'm assuming, did that remove? Let's see, remove. Ah, yeah, there you go. I'm actually doing this via eCam alone, not the usual one that I use in the morning. So it could be that there might be a little bit of hesitation. And I am wondering, I have got my iPad on, so I'm just going to sneak over to check out what page am I on in, um, am I on my Ros Boundy page? I think it is, isn't it? Let me try and find that because that's where I find on an iPad it's a little bit more difficult to see where I am. And let me just pop these down here a little bit further. There we've got Nat. Yes, it does come up all right. Good, 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 good. And we've got Tia. Hello, Tia. And Joanne. Hi, beautiful. Oh, you can come anytime. Thank you for that. Um, so what I'm going to do, and we've got Dee over on YouTube. Thank you. And on eCam, as you can notice, whoop, wrong way, you can sort of see it's got the little YouTube arrow in it. So with eCam, it does show up the differences of where you are coming in from. And the same would be if it was Twitter or Twitch as well, because I think that's where I'm going is, let me just let you know, going to YouTube, Facebook profile, Facebook page, Twitch and Twitter. Yeah, that was it. So all good. Now I am wondering, as I'm doing this live stream, and that doesn't work that way, what way do you actually find, um, oh, this is interesting, isn't it? Doing things on an iPad with Facebook. There, let me see if that works. And yes. And you can see that too. Yes. Yeah, Dee. You're quite right. Yeah, it is. It shows up. And Wendy. Good afternoon to you too, Wendy. It's lovely to have you here. It was interesting as I'm trying to wait for the iPad to actually come up with, I might just put that in the stand that I normally have it on because there is a stand here that I have it fully sitting in all of it. Now, it should say that I'm actually live in the live section, I think. Let's see. Is it coming up? I've obviously got to wait. So one thing too, have too many devices attached to a Wi-Fi and it can actually slow it down tremendously, I can tell you. Yes, it is. So there we go. It comes up with single card reading and the comments. Yes, good. I can see them with eCam anyway, but I just wanted to make sure. How did the description come up? Is there a description with it? Because that's something that I can't see there. I wonder if it does. Nope, that's just playing. Oh, hang on. Up the top. What does it say? Da 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 da. Ah, yep, 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 yep. That's cool. Yes. And where did I get up to? I did show yours, Wendy, didn't I? I had yours on the screen. And Tia's. G'day, Tia. How are you? I am going to do just a single card pull. There is a link. Well, there's a text of a link for a more detailed description, a detailed reading if you want one using the Curiosity tea cards, but I'm going to do them as private readings recorded, not open here. But there is a link there, you can try to do that, and once I finish doing this live stream, that I'll get to doing those. So, and here we've got Victoria, and there's a YouTube user. Yes. Now these don't, you just notice Facebook symbol shows up on Facebook users as well. Yes, it does. So You're not alone there in YouTube land. No, you're not. And that's the thing. I'm not sure whether I've got it set up so that the chat stays with the recording afterwards either. I'm not sure how I've got it set in Restream, but I'll find out later, won't I? Yes, it comes up. Oh, Victoria, that sounds awful. You're sick in bed. Oh, that's no good. Hopefully not with that horrible bug. Oh, look after yourself. Drink plenty of water. That's what I've found with anything when you're feeling sick. Really try to drink as much water as you can. And good afternoon, Stephen. Yes, there's the Facebook little icon that's showing. Oh, hang on. There. There. Up there. Hang on. Can I do it that way? There. Just there. I managed it with a fat finger, isn't it? And there we go. Nice to see D. I would assume that was reference to. So, yes. And the lovely sentiments that are being shared there. So, no, chat's not there once the live has finished. Ah, right. So you've noticed that from the morning ones. I'll have to check out what the setup is to be able to do that, whether I can. I'm pretty sure I can because I've seen it on other people's. And I think with Ecamm, if I just leave that, yeah, I don't have to control when the little comments go from there, that line like this. See that? I don't have to turn it off any with this one. It will disappear by itself. So that's what happens with that. Oh, what did I miss a couple? I probably did too. There we go. So we've got, yep, D, you've said feel better, and then Victoria said thank you. There we go. Got that, and there's another thank you. And Wendy, you're in rehab. I hope your hip replacement is proving wonderfully beneficial for you, because I do have another friend who's had one done as well very recently. I think she's back home now though. But yeah, certainly keep moving, I think, was one of the best things that she said was good for her. So, and Victoria, so YouTube is easier than Facebook. I know once I get past a certain number, I can actually have other benefits with YouTube compared to, and honestly, I think anything's better than Facebook. I'm struggling trying to get some of the stuff happening in Facebook. It's whether it's just so many changes all the time and I can't keep up with it. I don't know. So it is wonderful. Good. So I dare say you've had a lot of pain relief and pain release with having a new hip too, because I think that's what my friend had said as well. So, and all the best from Victoria to you, Wendy. Whoops, did I hit that too many times? I think I did. And yes, on some YouTube videos from others, the chat is on, but not everyone. Yeah. And I know there is a setting possibly that I need to find out where it is to keep it with open afterwards, that it saves the chat with the actual replay. Because sometimes it's nice to actually have that. It is tricky, Facebook, isn't it? Yeah. Sometimes it is nice to have that reference when I'd be talking about someone and not really put it up. And because it's not saved there in that play, the chat stream, as the replay is playing, it's a bit confusing. But you guys know that that's what I'm doing, is talking to, well, having chat with friends, isn't it? Excuse me, now I've got some hiccups, but it's so easy to find when you're on YouTube and to join and hear. The notifications, is that what you're talking about? Well, that's good. It might be a great way to encourage others to watch it more on YouTube rather than on the Facebook land or Meta or whatever mega meta thingy that Zucky created. A monster. But it can be beneficial because it does keep us in touch in many ways. It's just trying to find out how it works without them changing things all the time. Yes. Did I put that one up? The good thing to have the chat on is that your links are in the chat. Yes. Oh, with the Facebook or the YouTube? I'm starting to get confused now. Yes. There we go. Little emojis. Thank you. Oh, hi, Nicole. Love a card if I'm drawn to me. Oh, it's not a matter of being drawn to you. What I'm going to do is I'll start from the top. I don't know how far back this list. Good. I am going to start from the top, but it does mean that I'm going to miss out on some of the comments as I go. Unless I probably go, oh, look, I don't know. I'm going back to Tracy. So for Tracy, if you're still here, here's your card. So tune into your messaging as well, because that's going to be part of it. The mountain. So there's just some challenges that are coming your way. And this I'm going to look at all of these card pulls as being the next week. So keep it in that brief, in the immediacy of shifting around some of what you're working through. You will be able to get past the blocks if there's anything that's like a landslide blocking your way. Just see what the alternatives are as far as, can you go over it? Can you go around it? Otherwise, there might be a need to retrace steps to find the better pathway. And it is doable, though. That's the message that I'm getting for you with that. And just on the this is the deck. I thought I better actually show which deck I'm using too. It's the Rana George deck that I'm using for these at the moment. So that one's Tracy's. Then I'm going to go to Nat. I'm just going to go down the list. So Nat, here's yours. And I'm just going to do quick shuffles and flips. Yours is the coffin. So there's some things. Oh, no, it's not. It's not the coffin. Sorry, it's the house. It looked like it upside down. This is bringing things to home. So spend more time where you can actually feel more comfortable. And it almost feels like a little bit of reno or maintenance or something that's going to be shifted around. Move some furniture around or that type of thing, so that you're actually feeling more comfortable. And in some respects, tizzing it up, making it more homely, settling. You know, having that level of doing in your home space it's more to do with the home itself, physical, not the people in it. It's making the comfort level, bringing it up, raising it up a little notch or two, just so that you really do feel more and more at home, and it brings in that hospitality of others with you in that respect too. So there you go. That one was for you, Nat. Now we've got Tia, and here we go. Oh, see, it looks like I'm shuffling them all upside down. We have the gentleman. So if you're looking for more romance and intrigue and that sort of level of intimacy in the way of deeper meaning is what I'm getting from this one. It's being able to relax in comfort and a nice friend relationship style, so that it's not all just the love of lust and that type of thing. I'm feeling it's more that is taking it to that deeper level for you, Tia. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you with that card. Okay, now who have we got next? We've got Joanne. And I'm hoping that everybody is still here on the list. There we go. We've got, oh, that's fish. I didn't quite recognise the card. Fish is about abundance. So what you're going to need to do there, Joanne, is really delve into those things that you're feeling lucky about, that you're wanting to increase, to bring in more abundance. Have those positive thoughts and actually put some of the actions into place, because it's actually going to multiply that effect by whatever, it's going to be more of to bring in that abundance. Now, it's not necessarily money. It can be love. It can be whatever you're wanting more of as far as an abundance. Okay, so that one was for you, Joanne. Now I'm just going to whiz down the bottom to see more comments that you've got. Oh, hi, Lynn. Lovely to see you here. Good. Nice to have you popping in, and you're there from Facebook. Cool. Now, we got up to, that was Tia, wasn't it? So we've got Victoria. Wasn't it Tia? This is where I'm going to start getting myself lost, because I know me. So we did Joanne. We did we do Tia? I'll put D's up. Whose did we get up to? Oh, now I can't find it. So, whoop, we've got D's up. Is that the same card it was? I didn't shuffle, did I? So here we go, D. Card shuffled. And we've got the younger man. There we go. I think, and that a more cosmopolitan modern man. So I think with that for you, D, it's actually bringing in some energies of, have you got sons around and about you? Spending more time with them, or are they with you? Or a younger man figure is going to be coming in and being involved this week in some way. So have your eyes open, you know, the awareness open of what that needs, what that means for you. It could be that you're just going to have some younger help around and about the house, or it could be that you might have a romantic interest or deepening of romantic interest. I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling it's more practical in the around about the house, okay? Now I've got to go back to Wendy. I'll flip right down. Do you know, there you go, Dee. Your son lives at home with you. There you go. Good response. Thank you. Now let me go back to Wendy. Probably it's more helpful if you put card as a comment if you haven't had one yet, so that I'm not going to get too lost. Now here's yours, Wendy. Stars. Oh wow, dream time for you. It's bringing in those wishes that you're wanting to have more focus around. So really it's time for some thinking around what your deepest wishes are over the next week, so that you can actually put some of those into place. And I get the funny feeling I'm going to lose my voice before I get too far through all this as well. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a drink of my coffee. So there we go. Wet the whistle. Now we've got Tia next. I just put that up and then go down the bottom card. Yes. Good one. Thanks, Victoria. Good way to do it. Now, where did I go? There's Tia's. Now, that was a quick shuffle. And what we've got is the rider. Oh, wow. Now, either you like riding horses, or there is certainly the start. See how it's number one, the card number one. In the Lenormand deck, it is the first card. It's the start of the journey, the start of the story, the new message that's coming for you. So have your ears and eyes open for what Spirit's going to be bringing for you this week, because it's going to be a quick message that you'll receive. And I'm actually, it almost feels like it's around work, is what I just got from Spirit. So have your ears and eyes open for something in your workspace, whatever you do, that's going to, it feels like it's moving things forward, because the horse itself is progressive. It's going to take you forward. They don't reverse very easily. So keep it moving forward. Keep having your ears and eyes open for that too. You need to be tuning in yourself for some of those signs and messages that you're getting, as well as what I'm getting from that. Okay. Now, here we go for Victoria. Now, I think, Victoria, you're one of them down here with the card like that. That's a wonderful way to do it. Thank you for demonstrating that. And I'll go back to where I was in the line under Tia, though. So there we go. And here's your card. Ooh, it's the books. So I think you've probably got a little bit, yeah, what I got then was a bit of study, reading and doing something that's going to be learning, bringing you new insights is what I'm feeling. I don't know that it's learning something new. I think it's actually bringing a greater depth and insight to something that you're actually querying, searching for. It almost feels like it's that self-help style of book. Are you writing one or are you reading one? It's something about new insights. So take that guidance. It almost does feel, I just noticed the lock on this one, so it almost does feel like it's you writing and journaling, but I feel it's more than that. Have you been thinking of doing some writing, as in publishing a book or that type of work yourself too? So think on that one. Now, D, I did you a card, didn't I? So there we go. I've got to go. This is where it's going to get confusing for me. Here we go, Stephen. I've got this one for you. And that one is the crossroads. So it would seem that there's some choices for you to make. Now, whether one of those is a road or just a pathway, it's still got many intersections, many choices to make. So take notice of which signs you're getting as to which pathway you're going to be moving along, which road. So really trust the one that you feel first instinctively that you're needing to go down, is what I'm being told. So there is a choice that you're needing to make in a direction that you want to go. Take it, is what I'm getting from Spirit with that one. Okay, so and I did Michelle Victoria's, didn't I? D's, Victoria, DD. Oh, Wendy, I've done yours too. Where's another one? Have we got a later one? We have Nicole. Yes. It's so nice to have the chats there, but it doesn't. I've got. Do I need to make a system that I can follow? Maybe I do. That I can follow which one's next without having to try and keep a track myself. Wow, Nicole, look at what you've got. You've got the ship. Now, the ship can mean holiday time, spending time traveling, having a bag packed to go for longer than just an overnight stay. So if it's something that you're actually doing a little getaway coming up this week or the following weekend, something that's going to be, in general, I'd like to think that it's more than just a weekend. I think it's something that even if you're not going on it this week, going on a holiday this coming week or whatnot, I think it's needing to have that planning to put into place for a longer type of holiday that you can actually spend a week plus away and about. It's the directions, make it a slow trip so that it's something that you really can relax into, is what I'm getting for that one. So there you go. So here we go from Lynn, and I'm going to shuffle the little cards for you. And here we go, because they are little cards. They fit fairly well in my hand. And you've got the Rider as well. So there's something new ahead for you too, Lynn. I'm actually feeling, just trying to touch into Spirit, what is the new pathway for you? There is something that you've been waiting for to do, and it's been requiring a particular step that needs to be taken first. That's what I'm getting. And you need to, it's not far off. Be ready to shift with that next step fairly quickly once you've got a process in place, or an acknowledgement, or a signature or something like that. There almost feels like a formal agreement type thing that you're going to receive. So whether you've signed something that takes it to the next step, and being able to then move on it fairly quickly and get things going. So I feel it's more along that line for you. Okay. And then thank you for that, asking for a card. Now, let me see, where did I get to? D. I think these are where the messages went. I think it's from here that I haven't put them on the screen. So, yeah, it'd be great if your son helps in the home. Look, I can remember when I was at home with my 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys. It wasn't very often that the boys would help around the yard and the house and the rest. They'd go and help their dad out with the work stuff, but not so much around the home. So that's why I'm laughing. Yeah, I remember those days. But hey, they still contributed. So there we go. And that was the card that I've already done for you. But that would be helpful for anyone following to use that method if you haven't had one already. I'm trying to remember here. And Stephen, yes, I did do yours, so I managed to remember to do that, and it's great that you've hung around to be able to receive it. So, thank you. It is great to have feedback back, and I know I'm going to need more to drink. It is only coffee too, by the way. I've found over time when I started doing a lot of the psychic mediumship. I have done some training now, But the first experience was way, way, way back when I was only a teenager, and brought out of my own pocket money, I bought a tarot deck. And my dad found it. And because we were good Methodists, it was a no-no. He found them and chucked them out. And I didn't touch it much for a few, well, the cards, the tools, anything like that for quite a long time. But we still had to play with seance. And that was spooky scary. And I haven't gone back to that yet. Look, it's all things that we do, isn't it? That really, it doesn't matter which way we tap into what is the spiritual connection, really, that we have those messages and expressions, like you said here, as far as very expressive of your current journey, that when we actually do tap in with spirit and connect with our spiritual guidance, how accurate it is. We need to be listening more and really trusting that we're hearing. And thank you, Stephen. Wonderful for that. Thank you. And here's Lily. How are you this afternoon, Lily? Love the haircut. Oh, thank you. And just shuffling the cards for you quickly there, Lily. I know I haven't caught up with all the comments yet. I'll get there. What you've got, Lily, is the bear. So there's a bit of nurturing work. There's some work that's needing to be done, because the bear really is a very strong creature, and it's the message that indicates a bit of, look, I wouldn't put it down as being hard slog, but it's that looking after business, looking after the family, but with that balance to being more, it's the business side of it, the work side of it, getting things done. So you can see, it almost feels like you can see what is coming forward, what you're planning and what your goals are. And it's just sometimes it feels like too much of a hard slog. Just let go of the hard part and do how you enjoy the doing, rather than trying to be everything to everybody. Just do what you need to enjoy that doing in what your plans are. Okay, Lily? So wonderful to have you here. Oh, I love the little doggy. Hi, Alison. It's lovely to have you here. And I might just whiz down quickly to see others. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not too far behind. So, Alison, you beautiful little dog there. My daughter, my eldest daughter, had a little toy cross poodle thingy that was as black as, and she just ended up being her father's dog, because she'd sneak off in the little bubble car, a Mazda 121, black seats, black dog. You couldn't see her. And half the time she was off with her dad rather than Alice. Yeah, it was so cute. She actually went to about 19 years old. Beautiful sunshine for you, Alison. Absolutely gorgeous energies, the warmth, the feeling of sunshine. I'm sensing happiness, smiles. It really is bringing in the warmth of, and it's not just the heart. It's the all that is that brings sunshine. What's sunshine for? It's life, because even with our plants, we have to have sunshine for the plants to grow and live and sustain Mother Earth, sustain us with the food that we eat, with the food that the cattle and the animals eat, the kangaroos eat, all sorts. It's that cycle, it's the circle of, and in that the energy that the sun puts out to be able to sustain life. So feel that sustaining energy of the sun in your life. Bring in the happiness, make it a deliberate choice, so that you're going to be choosing joy in everything that you do, and bring it with thankfulness, gladness, all that is the positives. Leave anything that feels negative behind, because it's not useful for you. Okay, so thank you, Alison. And we've got Sarah from YouTube, on the YouTube. Great to see you here, Sarah. And we've got the dog for you. Oh, and look at that. There's, how many hearts are on that one? So that's 10 of hearts as the regular deck over the dog. Now, the dog is unconditional love. It's joy and happiness, playfulness, faithfulness, loyalty, all those things, and our best mates, if we allow them to be. Because it can turn the other way sometimes with dogs if they're trained poorly, if they're in the wrong environment, make sure that wherever you are, that you're bringing in that level of unconditional love yourself too. And it could be that you've got a dog around you who is really bringing in that joy, and spend time, go for walks, take the dog for a walk. Could be that that's what they're wanting to have happen. I'm feeling there's just that absolute joy and happiness in the tail wag. So enjoy your coming week. It's going to bring in some wonderful energy for you there, Sarah. And Dee saying thank you for the card. Thank you. And Nicole, thank you. Thank you. Look, I'm just having some fun here. I love doing this, so it's great to actually be able to share like this, isn't it? Just on a nice Sunday afternoon. It's a little cold outside, so why not? And will the doctor let you keep your license on Wednesday, please? Let's see what this card is. The doctor being, I wonder if is it a male doctor? Older? I'm feeling the energy of a yes. So walk into that space when you go to the doctor on Wednesday with that positive yes, and know that you are going to be able to keep your license, and it's all as it's meant to be. Okay, so thanks for asking, Dee. Whoops, I already put that up, didn't I? Now, Sarah, as you know, you've already had the card. Good one, good. Oh, it's lovely you're instructing each other. I like this, supportive and teaching each other how to do it. I think I might have to do that myself for the following, and only the once, because otherwise I get confused if I get to one and it's already been done. So there you go, card please, and that has been done. So thank you. And we have a Facebook user in Williams Cash. Oh, new name. I haven't seen you before, so thank you. Hello, and how are you? It's good afternoon here. Where in the world are you? That's something that I haven't actually asked people to put. Where are you? I've become so used to my regulars as such. And here we've got the sun for you. Masculine energy, nice, strong. I'm actually feeling that warmth. So it almost feels like something is heating up more so than it needs to. So I'm feeling more that there needs to be a bit of cooling off with this one, and allowing it almost feels like a temper somewhere is happening. So be aware of emotions in the coming week, that it's not going to become overheated. I'm feeling an overheated here. So bring in that loving energy that you can sit back, listen, understand, and not necessarily that you're going to lose your cool. It could be the other, but instead of reacting, bring it from that presence of the heart space, love, unconditional love of understanding, and what is that spiritual connection that you may have. Okay, Williams Cash Williams, I don't know, whatever your name is, you know what I mean. So that's cool. It will be cool. And your stepdad passed last year, gave me your first deck. Isn't that special? Yeah, I had mine throw mine out, and my dad threw mine out, and you had your stepdad giving you a deck. Oh, that's a treasure. It really is. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah. And absolutely beautiful and resonated as always. Well, thank you for that. I just love it when it does fall into place, isn't it? And here we go from Natalie. Natalie. Yeah, I love the colours that you've got there on your avatar. Sorry, reds, blues, purples. Yes, beautiful colours. Sorry about that. I don't want my cards to fall down. Oh, sun energy again. It's becoming very popular. Probably needing it today because it's so cool outside here. Because we are heading into the last throes of autumn and into winter. So what I'm feeling for you there, Natalie, is the strength of that masculine energy, the Ra. It's more the God, the strength of that masculine in the God sense. So that you know how, like the goddess, the God, it's the balance of what the energies are needed. And I think that you're probably needing to explore that is the more God sense. So if there's someone who has that wonderful, strong masculine energy around, spend a bit of time and it will help bring you into a more balance with what you're needing as well. I am feeling it's more the strength of, so whether you're needing to also have some muscle power for doing something, lifting heavy that you can't, that's almost what it might feel like for me. I'm almost feeling that, that the muscle man type stuff. So, and rather than putting up all the comments, although, yep, thanks heaps and stuff. So, oh, thanks, Dee. Yeah, um, thank you. And, oh, your brother's got a dog, has he? Yeah. It's enjoying, oh, cavoodle. That's a Cavalier, King Charles Cavalier with a poodle, isn't it? Cavoodle. Don't remember seeing one myself personally in real life, but I imagine it would be absolutely beautiful. Now we've got Sam from Facebook. Lovely to have you here. And here's your card. Got it up the right way. Oh, what you've got is the birch broom and the whip. So there's a bit of action happening in needing to get some cleaning happening. So there's the sweeping out of, and the whip just keeps the energy of that going. It's not something that's chastisement, although I think back in that era it probably was. Don't know. I know who knows? Because there was the cat o' nine tails and stuff like that was used through the eons as punishment. But I don't feel that. What I'm feeling is a cleansing out, a clean sweep with that broom. It almost is, don't give yourself a hard time about it. Just clean it out, clean the energy out. So there's something that I think you are feeling that you're needing to, that you know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm feeling. And it doesn't need to be said here. So, keep the energy flowing in getting that sorted. The whip, as I used it as a kid, was a stock whip with cattle, and you'd have the crack behind the cows. It wasn't anything that touched them by a long shot. It was just the sound. So it kept them moving, and I think that's where it needs to keep you moving through what you're working through, and clean sweeping out energies that aren't needed for you anymore. And I think that really is more to do with something that's an emotional level. Okay, it almost feels like, sometimes baggage from bad relationships in the past type, something's resurfaced, and move it through. Okay, and hi Artie, that's a lovely, as far as your name, your nickname thingy. What are they called now? I've got no idea. Used to be just nicknames. The avatar's the picture, isn't it? And you're new here. Thank you. I'll try and find where. There we go. Can you ask? I'm stepping through these. Will Dewaka give me marriage commitment anytime soon? Now, what I'm getting from that, even without drawing a card, and yes, Dee, wonderful. Thank you for putting that little instruction there. And yes, putting card helps me to know that I haven't done a card for you before. And I'm getting a yes without even pulling a card. And what I've got here for the card that is for you, it is, is it up the right way? Yes, it is. Now, in this deck, and I will show it again, where did I put it? And it is the Rana George deck of cards. The Lenormand deck is usually a 36 card deck. This deck has 4 or 5 extras, and this is the Marketplace. So really, really appropriate for you asking the question, will you have a marriage commitment anytime soon? I think it's probably very soon that you will be starting to look for things that you're wanting to organise and arrange and sort out for that marriage. So I think the Marketplace is showing you can start looking at those options of how you want your wedding and marriage to be, as far as the actual ceremony and the wedding day goes. So that's what I'm getting for you with that. Okay, so thank you. And Natalie's saying, cheers, thank you. And there's Artie with those beautiful little emojis. And I think that's around about roughly the right time to complete this session. One of the things that I did want to just quickly mention, because as I was thinking about do I come on or not, I'd just been listening to not a podcast, I'd just been watching a little video. I've been doing some courses, so you're watching through some of the videos and taking instruction and stuff like that. And what it's what what caught my attention most was when you do something more formal and the sound of the voice, because I've done some training in sound therapy. I absolutely love it. So I suppose I'm noticing it a bit. I like to hear the vibrations and the sounds that are made. I'm not so much into music. It's just the sounds and how you feel when you're listening to someone speaking in a lesson, and someone speaking as they chat, someone speaking as they're putting forward sermons in a church. All the different ways that we actually use our voice. And I was sort of thinking, well, we do that, don't we? Because it was just such a change from when there was the teacher speaking as in instructional compared to speaking in a more chatty tone. And it's even now, as I'm chatting with you guys, that I'm thinking, am I actually chatting like I'm chatting to friends, or am I chatting because I'm trying to be instructional too? Or I'm conscious of needing to have the different variations in my voice to make it sound musical instead of just doing a monotone voice like this for everything. It's just it intrigues me. It'd be something I'd love to have all of you on as, group guests with this, but I don't know how many I can do that with at once and be able to manage it. So, yeah. Whoops, I'll go to this one from Artie first. Thank you very much. God bless you, love. Oh, thank you. Thank you for liking, my YouTube channel. It'd be lovely to get it above the 100 subscribers. I'd love that. Turn on the notifications, all that stuff. And yes, time to let go. Your dad passed away. You got asked today if you would sell his car. Oh, I think it's time to clean up. It could be the message that you are getting. Absolutely. Trust it. Feel into what you're feeling. I mean, psychic abilities, that there certainly is, like everything that we do, there's things that many will do better than others, but it's not really a better. It's just because we're all different. We're all going to have different skills. Why do we judge and compare with each other when that's absolutely irrelevant? Because we each have what we need to be able to share with who we connect with in whatever way that is, in our daily life, in our work life, in our home life, whatever. So, yeah, just trust your own instincts, because that instinctive, the intuition, the psychic ability, the gut feeling, it's all one and the same. So do trust that. Yay, yes. Cool. Yeah, think I'm being me, which is what I want to be. Why put any fake fronts on or anything? I just love doing this. So thank you for being part of it for my afternoon, as well as I'm so happy to be able to offer it as part of yours. So thank you. The best thing you could do is just share it around. Let others know that every so often I do come onto my channels, whether it's YouTube or Facebook. I do the every morning around 8 o'clock Adelaide time, so you'd need to look up Australian Central Standard Time if you're not here. I am on Facebook. You just search for @Ros Boundy and you'll find my page for those who aren't there. I am on YouTube. I'm not at the point where I can get the @Ros Boundy or whatever YouTube does with it. It's heaps of long letters after it. So at some point it'll get there. I don't push it. I just, what's the word? Organic reach. It's all different language and terms that we use to just say, look, I just love being here. So And I'm going to leave it now because I need to get another coffee. My cup's empty. So thank you. If you do want extra deep personal readings, I am open to doing. I think it's on at Ros Boundy. No, not at Ros. I put the website on the opening page, rosboundy.com.au. Try there first. There is reading options there, and I do them like this. Except, of course, I do record them as private, not public. Okay, and you get a link to an unlisted YouTube. That's the way I have been doing them. So over the last however many years. Oh, good afternoon, Marie. How are you? I love that. You love my haircut. Yes, I love that you've popped in just as I'm finishing. You've just made it in time to get a card. I'll pull one for you because I'm using this one, Marie. There we go. It's the Rana George. Okay, so this is the card just shuffled and pulled for you. Oh, the snake transformation coming up. Wonderful. So moving forward, you're actually shifting out of one skin and growing. I think that's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, especially since it's in the winter months too. So it gives you time to realign and reset, whatever you need to do in a new skin. So I think that's wonderful. Is that something you've been planning on doing? So, Dee, thank you. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Yes, and thanks for showing again how accurate cards are. Oh, they are. I just love using them. So, thank you. I love the tools, but hey, one of those things, thanks, Marie. One of those things is it's not absolutely necessary. It's just a fun way to receive in the messages. I always loved playing with cards when I was a kid. Go fish, cheat, all those sorts of games with the normal cards, and it's just progressed that I love the tools. I'm a gadget person, so it just follows through that I'd really enjoy and feel more natural in doing the messaging this way. Spirit connects with us in so many different ways. Just trust it. Trust. And love that inner self connection that you have with your spiritual guidance too. Yes, absolutely. I love it. Love it. Thank you. And I'm going to finish it there. So I'll put that opening screen back up again so that you can see the details on the card stuff. You should still be able to see my name there, and I didn't actually want now I can't find where to turn off that scroller, but that's all right. Where am I? I'm just trying to find, have I got one of those? No, I haven't. I need a card, an overlay with just that and not the scroll. I'll fix it. Bye for now. Oh, hang on. There we go.